So, tight shoulders, how do you fix them? How do we bring more freedom to your shoulders so they feel light and loose? Because you might be suffering from these symptoms. They might feel tight when you're lifting weights. You may be trying to do the shoulder press and you just can't get that range of motion, and it's really painful as well. So how do we fix tight shoulders? Well, first of all, where do we want to get to? What's a good test to understand how tight your shoulders are? And there's a simple test that you can do. And you should be able to stand straight ahead. And what we're going to do is just lift your arm up in the air in that position. Okay? And what you should be able to do is have the arm totally pointing upwards, fully upwards, so it's right angles to the ground. But what often happens is people can only get to this point here, or maybe just a little bit more if they've got frozen shoulder. So why does that happen? Well, it's purely because of posture, really. Let's take this to the extreme. Let's say we're going to actually intentionally make our posture bad. So what we want you to do, and you can try this yourself and just demonstrate how posture plays a part in your shoulder flexibility. If you were to hunch forward like this, okay, and you were to just stand like this and then move the arm up again, you'd find so much restriction in your shoulder, it couldn't go, the arm can't go any higher. You'd also find if you're in this position trying to twist round, turn around the corner is tight as well. So you look around the corner, you can't turn around, you can't look over your head. And if you consider you're in the car, you need to turn over, look over to back out or reverse, this is going to be a problem, isn't it? So that's just intentionally in a more extreme version of how shoulder restrictions happen, because how posture plays a part on those shoulder restrictions. So mainly what we want to do is actually improve your posture as a big thing. And there's one simple thing that we can do, and I spread this amongst my clients all the time, is so simple. And if you consider our life at the moment, you can understand why it works, is look straight ahead. And if you're just actually going to look straight ahead, if you're standing there or you're actually sitting down, stand up, look at a point on the wall straight in front of you. It's got to be about eye height or maybe a little bit above it. And what you want to do is just continue to follow that and just watch that spot on the wall or wherever it is. You may be outside or something like that, but you want to look at something that's about eye height or maybe just above, and you just want to watch it. And you'll find as you continue to watch it that your shoulders start to spread back and your body starts to open up. And this is kind of very therapeutic for the body because the body wants to be in alignment. And what you're doing by looking straight ahead is aligning the body. And when you align the body's in its natural state or more natural state. And if you consider what the life we have at the moment, where we're actually looking down at our phones, we're sitting hunched at our desk, we're hunched in the traffic jam, and what's happening is we're actually also stress plays a big part in that posture as well. But look at the actual positions that we put ourselves through all day, you'll find out why looking straight ahead is really important. And it's a simple thing that you can do. You don't have to pull your shoulders back. You just have to observe the spot on the wall and watch as your shoulders come back naturally. And what you're doing is aligning the body in the position that it wants to be, because you'll find the body will find its position when you do it. So looking straight ahead, period of maybe a minute every so often throughout the day can really help intermittently throughout the day. So every hour, just look straight ahead. And it could be as a bit of a meditation for you as well. Now, another simple thing as well that we can do is, because posture is a massive problem with shoulder restrictions, you'll find actually, first of all, if you look straight ahead and you test your shoulders, you'll find your shoulders go back further when you do that test again. So retest it. Go and stand straight ahead, look at the wall, and then retest that shoulder flexibility and see how much of a difference it makes. You'll find a difference. Number two, the second thing we'll find out is why do you have bad posture? And the bad posture is mainly coming from your hips. And my goal in my sessions to fix people with shoulder restrictions is to work from the hips and get the hip muscles firing. And one thing that you can do is simply this, is actually get your fingers and just find the midpoint between your hip bone and your belly button on either side. You'll find the hip bone and your belly button. You go in there with your thumbs, and this is kind of where we're working the psoas muscle really anyway. We're nowhere near the psoas muscle physically, to be honest with you, but this has a positive effect on the psoas muscle for some reason. Who knows? Anyway, but what you want to do is put your thumbs in that point between your belly button and your hip bones, and then rotate. And what you're trying to do is actually open up the psoas a little bit more. And you rotate for maybe 10 seconds, putting a slight bit of pressure. So how much pressure you do, you put the amount of pressure in that, let's say the body starts pushing back. So there's a point where you put pressure in that belly, point pushes back, the belly pushes back, and that is the depth that you want. You don't have to press hard, and you release. So it's about 10 to 15 seconds of that. And you find instantly when you do that, your shoulders come back and your posture is better. And then you can try that test again, and you'll find the shoulders go back even further when you do it. So there's two things that you can do to actually open up your posture. Two simple things that you can do to actually basically improve your posture to get rid of shoulder restrictions. It always starts with your posture. And it's basically, a lot of it starts with your hips. So it takes me on to my next point is, if you are living in Taunton, if you're living in or around Taunton, Somerset, and you've got shoulder restrictions, you feel like it's holding you back in your gym work, in getting stronger, or in your sport, or generally if it's holding you back during work where it just feels painful, then I highly recommend you booking for a session. You can click the link below in the description, and it'll take you through to a place where you can book online a session with me, so we can sort out your shoulder restrictions and get you back doing what you love to do with a bit more freedom and lightness. So if that's where you want to go, click the link in the description, book a session with me, and I'll see you inside the session, and thanks for watching.